Hello everyone, RichardHafer here. Today I'm gonna be making a L4D2 Toxicity Tierlist with a guest.
Hello, I am random from Left4 Discord.
Yeah,
Hello.
Random is one of our mods, and today we're gonna be reviewing, tier listing all these things down here, and the tier list. These are usually things that are quite bad in Left4D2 or that are considered toxic, but don't necessarily have to be, which is why we're gonna discuss this. I made this playlist like a week ago. I made this tier list like a week ago, so I already put some thought about where I would put stuff in, but I don't want to do this alone, so I brought in my buddy Random.
Yes,
Anyways,
sir. Hello.
yep. I think we should start with Captain Wannabes. So, if you guys aren't aware, Captain Wannabes basically means that there's like a guy in the team that basically gives all the commands or tries to lead the team, like boss around, and it doesn't necessarily have to be bad, but it can be, depending on who the type of person is. So
Yeah, I'd say maybe fine, because then again, usually most of the time it's a player with decent skill, so usually it's not that bad, but sometimes could be bad, but usually it's fine.
yeah, I do think since it can be like a little bit of both. Like I, I don't really see these guys often because
Yeah.
in most of my public games, everyone just plays how they play and try to survive
Yeah.
together. But in
Yeah.
infected playing, it's pretty important that the team works together. So I guess it's good to have a captain. I mean, even competitive teams work like this. They have a captain, so I guess it's
Yeah.
fine. I would also put it in fine.
Yeah, it's definitely sometimes it's actually like good for someone to like take initiative. So usually it's preferable to have a good person in charge.
Yep.
So usually it's fine. All right. This next one, cheating.
Um, I think this one is pretty
Bannable.
obvious. Um,
Yeah.
it's not illegal, but it's definitely
Yeah.
bannable.
Yeah. It's just like you're hacking. Obviously, it's very against Steam, against the game, and everyone in the community hates it. So
Yep, and I honestly think that I should have put maybe hacking here because the next
yeah.
point can be considered cheating depending on what type of person you are. Now, configs and GameInfo. If you guys didn't know, configs should be pretty obvious to everyone, but GameInfo, it's a sort of a little exploit you can do. You can basically edit files in the game and make it think that there's a new DLC. And everything you put in that DLC,
Yeah.
as long as it's above everything else in the game, it will override that. So it means you can also use all sorts of mods in public versus on official servers, which usually disables mods. So in a way, you could call it cheating, but at the same time, I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I did this myself countless times, and I still kind of do. So I'm guilty myself of this. Um, but it can be
Uh,
abused. That's the problem. What do you think,
yeah.
Random?
Um, yeah, I think that's the problem. Can be abused. Like personally, I've never done it, but it seems fine. But then again, people are like they tend to abuse it. So usually, you know, I'd say maybe bad because of
Yeah,
how easily abusable it is.
that's
Like,
like the thing that because on a lot of custom servers, it actually checks for the game info file if it's the same
yeah,
as the servers, so you cannot join if you haven't modified it. But for some reason, Valve just can't do it for some reason. Like they when did they just spontaneously release that update that blocked mods and versus or like PvP modes? I think that was like 2018, right?
I think so.
Yeah, it was pretty late and just a random update out of nowhere. I remember. Um, And yeah, I don't know. It's I would say it's bad, yeah, because
Yeah.
it's definitely a middle ground again. Um, that's about it, really.
Yeah.
I just wonder why Valve can't do it, because I talked to Tsui, the community update team member, and I asked him if this could get fixed by Valve at any point, and he said probably no, because it would require some like major recoding in the game. And I just told him, like, Valve can just put this file, GameInfo file, in the blacklist or whatever, and then every server checks it. And I mean, that's not that hard. But I guess there's a problem.
But then again, it's Valve,
Yeah.
so heavy chance where that's not gonna happen.
Typical Valve
So,
time. They take like 2 years to
Yeah.
release an update for real.
that's what they do.
Now, exploits and skips. So I've already shared this tier list to like one friend before, and he put this in good. I don't know what to think of that.
I mean, it depends. Like, it depends. Like, if it's on campaign, I'd say good. If it's on versus, I mean, at that point, I just knock it down to fine. Like, because there's some exploits and skips on versus, which for that reason, I'd knock it down to fine instead of good.
Yeah, I would say same. No, I'm personally not a fan of skips in maps, but I'm a fan of some exploits like fast mailing, healing while reviving at the same time, all those small shit. I would say it's fine. It's I don't know. It's like in versus already a lot of skips are blocked anyway. They're usually campaign exclusive, at least on the official maps. So yeah, it's sort of just that.
Yeah.
All
Like,
right.
for versus, it's unfair. So.
I wouldn't even say it's good. Like, I mean, even if these weren't impossible at all, even if this were not possible at all in versus, I still would not have put it in good, because this is not the way the game was intended to be played, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Like,
That's always bad.
yeah, it is. So that's why it's fine.
Alright then. Now, griefing and trolling should be pretty obvious that it's one of these three.
Offensive, I'd say. 'Cause
Yeah.
Yeah, like, it can ruin someone's. It's not bad. Like, it's more than bad, in my opinion, because it's a huge problem. And, like, griefing, trolling, it can ruin a person's day, basically, if they're, like, getting off a hard working day from the job.
I was about to say, I feel like trolling. There's like also harmless trolling, which doesn't really hurt the team. But then there's the obvious trolling, like fucking healing a teammates all the time and stopping a millisecond before that, and healing on ladders.
Definitely.
You know, I would if I would stretch it far, I would even put it in bannable if L4D2 had like an actually working fucking matchmaking system or something. Like,
Yeah.
I always had this idea that L4D2 could have a matchmaking system where like it only counts for official dedicated servers, but basically it would like keep track of how much friendly fire damage you do, and if it's like insanely high, you just get, I don't know, fucking temporary ban from the game. Like it's like,
Yeah.
and it there would be no room for like modded mistakes, because you know it's official servers only, and I mean, yeah.
Yeah, so not bannable, sadly, but offensive, definitely.
Yep. Oh my god. Like, when I already see that last point, I can talk about that shit for like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh man. Alright. Holding the game hostage. Now, I've only had this happen to me once, but what could you say, Random?
I've never had it happen to me, but I'd say, wait, so like hostage, like the entire game, like the entire lobby is being held hostage in one, like in what, like hacks, like, or like
It,
what, like what's the definition?
it can be, yeah, it can be all of those. It can be hacks or just the survivor team, which has happened before to me as well, that they just camp in like one room and they just don't progress through the chapter. They just stay somewhere. And like,
Mm,
for example, they camp with military snipers, maybe near the end of the end safe room, and then they just stay there. And then
yeah.
they just constantly pick off the special infected because the random hordes are just so weird. Like they stay out in the open and shit. Uh, it's annoying.
I mean, I'd put it in, since it's not only just hacking, I'd put it in offensive because,
Same.
yeah, like you're just holding the game on, like you're not hacking, so you cannot, like, it's not like a bannable offense. It's just really, really annoying to the point where it can ruin an entire game. So
Yeah,
it's offensive.
it usually causes like the infected team to leave, or
Yeah.
the game just takes on so long. Like if like I think Dark Carnival Motel, like on the picture right here, the Dark Carnival second chapter in this fucking room near the end,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
and the first chapter at the end is notorious for this. I've even seen a YouTuber do this in one of their clips. I can maybe even show a short clip here on the video right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna rant at the end a little bit. Whatever. Now, on this tier list, I didn't really think about putting it like before, like an order. What's worse? But I mean,
I'd say hostage is a bit worse. If you want, you can do that, but I'd say hostage is a bit worse than griefing. Actually, wait.
I don't agree.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I take that back. Yeah, I just like thought of it. Like, yeah, it's not as bad.
Yeah, because I mean, when when the enemy team is holding you hostage, you at least have a chance to maybe
Yeah.
kill them if you work together. But like griefing, it's just you griefing each other, ruining the entire game or the enemy team.
Like you're just screwing your own team over, so to the point where it affects the entire score. Where hostage, you can take maybe advantage of it and kill them, but otherwise, griefing way worse. So, yeah.
All right then, IRL, DDoS, or Doxxing. Now this is
Illegal.
immediately going illegal.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
What do you think about this?
I mean, it shouldn't really be a conversation, but
Yeah.
like it shouldn't be in a conversation, but considering how accessible it is to just like go into like something like ChatGPT and doing something very specific to DDoS an entire game servers, and then you get a cease and desist from Valve. That's just, like, you shouldn't be able to do that like legally. Like there shouldn't be any legal way to do it. Like it shouldn't happen at all. But considering how accessible everything is on the internet, it's sadly very accessible. So
Yeah, DDoS, the whole DDoSing thing in the past few months is the whole reason why L4D2 has been getting so many updates and patches by Valve to fix them. But the problem with, like, I mean, doxing and RRL, that's pretty obvious, but DDoSing is something that you can't really fix. Like, even if Valve suddenly makes L4D2 super fucking protective and really well, people are still gonna find ways to DDoS. You can always do that in any game, unfortunately. I mean, you can stop players from getting DDoS, but not the server itself. There's like countless examples where, well, developers try to put a protection on the server, and it does work, but it can still like cause slightly high ping for everyone if it does get attacked, you know. For example, my L4D2 dedicated server Left 4 Dead Good Europe. That has DDoS protection. It's been DDoS once before, and it got protected, but the ping went a little bit high for everyone, so, it's not entirely preventable, only like a little bit. That's kind of the sad nature of it. Oh well. I hope I don't get DDoSed on Black Ops 2 one sometime. Alright then, next up. Pretty controversial. I fucking love this picture, by the way.
Yeah, that's a good picture. Pubstomping. Hmm. I'm not too sure on this one, to be honest.
Me neither. It's I don't know. It's like I literally did it myself with a couple of friends, and then I say it's fucking shit to do it, and then I just contradict myself, and then it just gets into this whole spiral, and then other people do it and ruin my fun, even though I sometimes ruin other people's fun. Yeah. I don't know. Like Left 4 Dead 2, I don't know.
Yeah.
What can you say about that, man?
I mean, I'd say I don't think I've done it myself, to be honest, but I'd say maybe bad. Maybe like bad or fine, like in that area, because it's not offensive that much.
There's
But
like, in my opinion, like, the problem with Left 4 Dead 2, this is obviously about PvP modes versus in general.
yeah,
The only way you can, like, survive, usually most people know how to play Survivor from playing campaign already, that's fine, but, playing Infected, the game, like, firstly, I feel like almost all noobs ignore that on-screen tutorials that the game gives you at first.
true.
Like, I swear, every new special effect that you play for the first time, it shows you that menu in the middle. It shows you, like, you can charge. As a hunter, you have to hold crouch and then pounce, and all that. And but there's obviously a lot of game knowledge. The skill ceiling Left 4 Dead 2 is insanely high, and considering this is an almost 15-year-old game soon and has a tight community,
Yeah,
as a new player, you're gonna have a tough time with PvP modes. There's no
most definitely.
matchmaking, no ranking. It's just everyone thrown together, and I think Pubstomping is just kind of part of the game. I don't think it's necessarily bad. It's in my opinion, it's fine. Although the worst of these three, but I mean, would you put it in bad?
Uh, yeah, I'd probably put it in bad. Probably would, since, like you just said, like the new players can't really get like integrated into the community as easily, considering like how competitive it is, how like experienced it is too.
The only way to learn how to play Infected is to play Infected.
Yeah.
Well, I guess now we are in a little stand here. You would put it in bad, and I would put it in fine.
Yeah. But like the little community things, I'd put it in bad. But you
All
can put
right,
it in fine if you want. I'm fine with like either one, but my choice would be bad.
all right. Well, I guess I'm gonna put it in. Oh, I guess I'm gonna put it in Pubstomp. And fine.
Yeah, I like in that range. I'm okay with it. Okay.
Yep, it's controversial thing. I think it's just part of the game, really. Whatever. Next up.
Great.
Yep. You see this all the time. Every match has at least one rage quitter, like, per fucking map.
I'm sure many of us are guilty of it.
Yep. I would honestly say it's not even like bad or offensive or bannable. It's just so part of the game. Everyone has done it before.
Yeah,
Everyone does it.
it's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. Yeah.
Above this though. Um, the only like this is again a problem with the game. Like when the entire team quits, the game doesn't even give you a chance to switch
Yeah.
teams, right?
Yeah, no.
There's been so many games where I had to keep them running by switching teams. It's actually insane how often people quit, and I mean, I do the same.
Yeah.
You do too, I guess.
Yeah, like I rarely do it, but like when I'm getting like fed up to the point where okay, I'm having a pretty bad time, not having much fun, so I guess I'll just leave and play some campaign maybe. Like, like but like it's like it's not bad, but like when like in what you say, like you have to like constantly switch teams, like rebalance it. It's annoying. It's at that point. It's annoying.
Yeah. You know, I kind of
Like
purposely made these tiers a bit vague, uh, so it's more interesting to where to put them.
yeah,
So yeah, Ragequits is just.
pointless.
I think it's even more notorious on Xbox community.
Oh, definitely.
Man, I've only ever played 2 or 3 days of online Left 4 Dead 2, and those days were wild. Playing like the old buggy version, like the fucking. I don't know, man, how people can still play that. Wait,
Yeah.
when was the last update it got? Like 2012 or 2013? Bruh.
I mean, really long time ago. They really just left the Xbox version for dead.
Well, it's not
Yeah.
entirely their fault. It's just the game is
Yeah.
already so full of content. Like Valve themselves and community update team said that the like adding more to the game, like for example, if they would have added the last 10 to the Xbox version, it would have made the game performance worse for some reason. Uh, I guess it's just like Left 4 Dead 2 would literally need a restart or report for the newer Xbox generations to allow like the new content, as from what I read, which will never happen. So yeah. Okay.
Right.
Whew.
I mean,
Now that friend of mine put rushing in good. Can you guess who it is?
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I somewhere understand that decision because rushing is kind of part of PvP modes. You gotta get through the chapters fast, but that only counts if the entire
Yeah.
team rushes together. If 1 or 2 people go off rushing, well, there you have the problem.
Yeah, like that's the problem. Like when people just like go lone wolf and then just start free hopping. Like it's annoying in campaigns as well. Like not even just first, like in campaign, like someone's just like rushing ahead, leaving the team, like just for the hordes and stuff, and just triggering everything. It's kind of just like it's just why do it? Like and it's like it's a huge problem. Like in both modes, like the like rare times the whole team would rush together. Like that's rare, pretty rare. So I'd maybe put it in bad.
Yeah, and I feel like
Like
if you want to rush, you can just play solo. Like that's
yeah,
rushing in solo is way more fun than doing it in a
it
public
is.
game.
Like with friends, like rushing with friends, like friends only games or solo. I like if like just doing it in a public game just feels why do it at that point? Just play by yourself and do it. Like it's not fun for everyone else at that point. So
Yep. I mean, somewhere I do respect a good rusher that can survive by
yeah,
himself, but you know, if no one else is rushing, they're just killing everything by
they're
themselves.
they're just screwed over.
So yeah, I guess it's bad. It's just even if there are some good aspects to it, it's I would say it's a good word. It's unhealthy for the game. Unhealthy. That's a good word, I think.
Yeah, it's unhealthy. It's a good way of putting it.
All right then. Server switch. Now what I mean by this is I've
Oh,
seen it happen a lot. Is that in lobbies the host like last second switches to a different server selection, and you just know it's gonna be some sort of like
I
modded shit,
oh,
or
I've
even like a
never
local
seen that
server.
before. Yeah, personally,
Really?
I've never seen that before. Yeah, no, I haven't. But from like how you're describing it, I'd say it might go in that because
Yeah, it
if you,
happens quite a lot in public versus games because
yeah,
those fucking Steam groups, like, obviously the most easiest way they can get new players is to just host a public game and choose their
okay.
server. So it shows up in the matchmaking list, you know?
Yeah, like it's annoying. Like you, if you want to boost your players, do it the ordinary way instead of like having to be cheap with it and forcing players into your modded server. Like,
Yep.
it's not fun at that point. Like everyone wants to leave, or they're just gonna not have fun. Like the only way to have fun is like willingly play it.
Exactly. Willingly is the good word because
Yeah.
you don't want to play on a modded server all of a sudden. You just want to play vanilla. So yeah. Next one is shaming. It's pretty obvious what this means.
Ooh, yeah.
Uh,
I mean, um, I'm kind of like in the like area again, like between fine and bad. I mean, it's not like anything too big, which is why I'm thinking fine. But then again, it happens a lot and it is decently toxic, you know? So
might even
that's
put
why
it in
I'm thinking.
offensive.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'd be fine with that, to be honest. Like in the
Yeah.
offensive category, I mean, it does make sense.
Yeah, like you might be surprised. Someone like me who has 3,000 hours in the game, almost 3,000 map
Yeah.
editor, and I have all sorts of workshop guides, screenshots. Like I don't get shamed at all. But yeah, I mean you would think so, but there were like a few people that I can like count on finger on my hands that
Hmm.
shamed me for cheating my L4D2 achievements. Like on Discord, I remember there was one guy who was like, "Yo, Richard, why the fuck did you like cheat your achievements and you think we wouldn't notice?" Like, man, just fuck off, dude. I don't care about achievements.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I respect everyone who
It's,
earns them honestly and fair, but I don't give
yeah.
a shit. And
Like,
Steam doesn't do anything about it. Like, you can cheat achievements so easily. You can just use that one tool called Sam, you know, and just click.
yeah.
You can just tick one button and suddenly you have everything.
I mean, like I'm gonna be honest too. Like I used it like for like 12 or 11 achievements. I was on like 89 achievements when I used it, I believe, like 89 out of 101.
Hmm.
And because like I didn't, I like they were all like mainly like scavenge and survival ones, and like I just didn't want to like grind for it anymore because like at that time, like I was grinding for all the achievements, but I was feeling like what's the what's the word like when you're getting tired of a game and like
No, you're getting burned out, I guess, of the game, you know.
yeah, like burned out, like, and I didn't want to feel burned out just from achievement hunting, so I just used Sam to avoid that. So it's kind of yeah,
I think Left 4 Dead's achievements is kind of flawed. Some of the achievements designs are just not good. Like, you know, obviously Good Guy Nick, Ghost of Christmas,
yeah.
the
I'm
Scavenge ones, and especially the team versus and team Scavenge. Like, all of those are just
mm,
bad.
yeah.
Who thought about that?
Like like I wouldn't have any problems with Good Guy Nick or Ghost Christmas Pass or Christmas Present. Not fully sure what it's called. Like if they weren't strictly like super like restrictive based on like the requirements. Like, but personally, I got them both legit. Like, I remember like playing them playing like in February of 2022, I believe, and then just randomly getting it. And then good guy Nick, a friend, hopped on his alt and got it for me. But I don't like how heavily like restrictive its requirements are. So
Yep.
it's like definitely a problem on Valve.
I only got Ghost of Christmas legit, and it was also random. I just played
Yeah.
like one public campaign, and woo, at the end of it, I just it just popped up in the chat and Steam overlay. Whoop! You got Ghost of Christmas, and I was like, and I immediately, like, I literally squealed on my chair, and then I immediately typed, "Yo, you got this game back in 2013?" And he was like, "Yo." I was like, "Bro, like, what the hell?" That was just
Huge OG.
still one of the most random and best achievement moments of my gaming career.
Mm,
Good moments.
honestly, like I was just really confused.
Yeah, same. Oh man, that was good.
Yeah.
All right. The like second bread butter, like the bread and butter of
Slurs.
versus.
Nah, not just versus like any game, any
Yeah, true.
competitive game. Offensive, definitely.
I would
As
put
well,
it like here, or
bannable. Oh, I
or
mean,
do you think it's like less worse than hostage
I
or
think
shaming?
I think it's worse than shaming, definitely, and a little bit worse than hostage, to be
Hmm.
honest. Because like then again, like you're shaming like not just a person, an entire community, like
Yeah.
just for no reason, just being very ignorant. Like I get like, oh, it's just trash talk. Oh, it's just a word. But then again, there's a reason why the words are heavily flawed by a lot of people
Yep.
and are offensive to communities. So, and trash talk, like friendly trash talk is okay. It's like it's fine. But then sometimes, like most of the time, it gets like very out of hand, and especially in verses, can get offensive really quickly.
Yeah. I would say, like, I personally don't care about much in-game chat. It doesn't affect me, but I know it can affect other people, and it's how should I explain?
Mm.
If it goes beyond Left 4 Dead 2, if it goes to your Steam profile, or if they
Oh,
go to any of your social media, I think that's where the
I'd say
line
bannable.
is crossed.
I'd say bannable because that's just like just that's just harassment at
Mm,
that point. That's just like full on harassment. Like
yep.
that happened to me once, actually. I remember. This was
Damn.
like late 2022 or early 2023, where this guy it was in campaign, not even just versus. Like this guy named King of Lollies, a horrible name, was just like rushing and like he just started talking shit and we just kicked him and he's like just saying slurs on my profile. I'm like, okay, but
Yes. Yeah, I get what you mean. Oh my god. It's just
most
like
crazy experience.
you just gotta get used to it, I guess. It's Left 4 Dead
Yeah.
2. Oh man, like what is it about Left 4 Dead? Oh fuck, that just brings out the worst in everyone. Like even
I
I
mean,
have been the most toxic in this game ever. I think it's just the so cooperative nature of it. Oh man.
I mean, the competitive spirit really gets people to their toxic side, and I get it. And then again, like not just Left 4 Dead, but all Valve games, I'd say have like some of the most degenerate people on the internet.
Oh yeah.
So, like, not just Left 4 Dead, just the entirety of Valve games.
Alright then, I guess it's settled.
Mhm.
It's definitely offensive, but not necessarily like super bad. It's just still it's toxic
Not like,
wasteland.
I mean, some things like some servers is bannable, but not entire game. But
Yeah.
stream sniping. Oh,
Alright.
like I
Yeah,
mean,
Steam Sniping is actually super easy on Left 4 Dead 2.
it's sadly very easy. But I mean, I'd just put it in bad, to be honest, because then again, streamer can like just avoid, like just get out the lobby and maybe just play with friends, I'd say at that point. Because usually Left 4 Dead, you're gonna get stream sniped like a lot on versus or campaign. So at that point, like
Yeah.
maybe like make private games with friends if you're like trying to stream Left 4 Dead.
Or
Like just
use your
stream
own
multiplayer.
server.
Yeah, use your own server too, definitely. Like so you can just kick them out like very easily.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's not much to say about stream sniping. Just it happens in
Yeah.
every game, and it's just notorious, and it's just bad, but
Yep.
not like bannable.
Not
Yeah.
offensive or anything.
All right
It's
then.
team switch.
Now with team switch, what I meant is like,
Mhm.
when
Like
when
yeah,
they
like
switch to like the winning team or whatever,
yeah,
like that type of shit.
like when they switch to the winning team for winning purposes. I don't get the point of that, to be honest, because like in Left 4 Dead, you don't really have stats. Like you don't really have this many games won or a level or anything in Left 4 Dead. So there's not much point of team switching. Like it's not really bad, to be honest. Like maybe if you're like low on members, like low on like teammates, I'd say it's a bit
Hmm.
bad for the game, but I'd say it's mainly like fine or good, to be honest, because it's really just harmless. Like it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, I would put it here. It's.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm
yeah, I'd
I'm
say
I'm
that's fine.
guilty of this as well. So, like, especially, uh, honestly, I do that almost every game. Like, I load in and I immediately like press scoreboard and see whose team is winning, and I just press M and whoop,
Yeah.
oh, I'm totally there. Okay, before the team even
Ooh.
like realizes what the fuck happened. So, oh man, now
I
this
mean,
is
yeah.
Oh yeah, did you
Ooh.
want to say something?
No, no, it's okay.
Okay. Now, vocalizers, I have a personal hatred, but
Oh.
what do you say?
I mean, I have a vocalizer mod, but what I'm thinking of is people who spam it.
Yeah.
And I have a hatred for that as well, to be honest. I get like easily annoyed when people start s- like spamming it heavily. It can just like yeah, it's like very annoying. I like for some people it's okay, like they don't mind it all that much. But maybe I'd put it in fine because then again, it's not really bad. It's just annoying.
Yeah, it's just
It's really annoying.
um I would I'm thinking maybe somewhere here.
I'd put it, yeah, like I'd put it above Team Switch, to be honest.
Okay. Yeah, vocalizers, like I personally don't like vocalizers much. I used them a couple
Yeah.
of times, but I just don't have much point in using them unless I'm like in a private game and we all try to make some funny lines
True.
combined. But Oh man, I've had like a handful of experiences before where one person just screams for the entire fucking map, and you just think to yourself, how can they play like that as well?
Zoe
Like,
screaming.
oh, Zoe, like I played a game in
Zoe.
German, right? Zoe screaming is also the worst, bro.
Yeah,
Oh my
it's the
god.
loudest, like most annoying scream. It's just
Alright, I
like
guess that's yes. It's like it's okay. It's not bad. It doesn't like break the game.
yeah,
It doesn't grief anyone, I guess. So yeah.
yeah.
It's fine. Now, oh my fucking god. Okay, vote kicks.
Okay. Uh,
Uh
oh my God.
No,
I
I'm gonna
mean,
be as far like hear me out, alright? I'm
hmm,
gonna say bro, why does the good tier even exist at this point? Whatever. Um, I would even. Nah, I was thinking. Okay, I would put vote kicks in fine because it
hmm.
is necessary in the game. Like, it just needs to have a
It
vote kick
is, yeah.
system. But, like,
It's
it's just.
abusable.
Yeah, it's inevitable that it's going to be abused, and I think that's an issue in a lot of games, to be honest, because,
Yes.
like, um, with a lot of multiplayer games, there's like way more people in the lobby, and there's usually a percentage of people that need to press yes for it to
Yeah.
succeed. And Left 4 Dead 2, a team only has 4 people, and if like it's so small, if just one guy also disagrees, well, vote kick fails, right? So
Yeah.
there's like no proper democracy. uh,
Unless like everyone's agreeing, then it's not gonna either happen or people are just gonna press yes just to press yes.
yep.
Like especially in public lobbies, they just if they see a like a vote, they're just gonna press yes because they don't really care. They're just gonna press yes to press it. So
Yeah, so I would say vote kicks, it's good for the game, but also bad. Both sides, I mean, that's what
um,
we both say, so I don't know where to put it.
I'd put it in yeah behind Ragequits actually.
Which
I'd say
quits? Okay, interesting.
because it's not as annoying as Ragequits. It's very annoying though.
True. Now, to my personal favorite,
Oh God.
Sweat or Tryhard YouTubers. I can show a clip on the screen right here. This is what I mean by those types of YouTubers, and I know a couple of them, and oh my god.
I do too. There, I mean, it's just like, how do you have fun? How do you have fun? I've seen some people like worsen their quality and just like do a bunch of like shit through the game, just like sweat more. Like, what is
Yeah,
the fun in that? There's no there's no benefit from it. You're just doing it for no reason at that point. They're just doing it because you want a imaginary advantage over the enemy, and then you're just like be hopping over the place. You're just like some people like tryhards. Most of the ones I know, they trash talk as well. They're like very annoying, like very annoying to play with, like play against as well. Most definitely. Like if you play against them and you're not as experienced as them or you're not as good as them, you're most likely gonna have a bad time playing against them because you're heavily unmatched. Compare you to them, you're not winning at all. Like they can even like
yeah,
solo a whole team if they want it. Solo a whole tank, solo anything. It's just very annoying. Like people with 4,000, 8,000 hours on versus it's just it's just annoying. Just very annoying to play with.
I got a argue on the point you said that it's imaginary advantage. Not really.
Oh,
It's actually
I mean, yeah,
it's actually real because
yeah,
firstly they usually use the GameInfo trick. Like they use a mix of
oh,
these things. They have most of the time they use the GameInfo trick to gain advantage, use some sort of mods, maybe hide bushes, hide annoying sounds like loud alarms, hide the rain sounds and hard rain.
yeah,
Then it's obviously a mix of Pubstomping, maybe even Votekicks. They bring the enemy team to Ragequits. Maybe they even use Vocalizers and exploits and skips. They do that most of the time. It's
yeah,
such a bad mix of everything, and like it doesn't bring anyone fun except for themselves. And
yeah.
oh my god,
It's
it's just unhealthy for
horrible.
the game. Like we were fine with Pubstomping, but since they use a mix of all of these, it's
It's
honestly
offensive at that point. That's that.
I
Because
wish I could put it
like,
in bannable, but like nah,
yeah,
it's
should be in my
absolutely
opinion.
it's absolutely offensive. I would put it in second place to be honest.
Because in my opinion, because like there are a mix of a lot of like there are like a huge mix of a lot of things on this tier list. Not even like just pub stopping, like just what you said. Like
Yep.
most of them, trash talk, slurs, like hostage, a lot of things that like are in this tier list. Like it's just despicable. Well, not despicable, just heavily annoying. And can easily ruin a game, make it one-sided.
Like if you think about it,
Like,
they're like including myself to be honest, just because I also used the GameInfo trick or still do.
yeah.
We're like all cheaters, including these guys, because the
Mm,
GameInfo trick is not meant to be used. You're not meant to like skill is an entirely different thing from fucking modifying sounds, muting
it is.
sounds, hiding shit, modifying textures. That's just
Yeah.
cheating. You're gaining an advantage over the enemy team. Like
That is a good point.
so I mean at that point we could, and I mean with my logic right now we should put these two on bannable, but I mean I guess it's fine like this.
Mm,
It's just sort of a mental thing in my
I
opinion.
mean, it's it's not bannable. Like you're not supposed to do it, but you can. It should be bannable, but it's not. But it's kind of like Discord and better Discord. Like you're not supposed to do it, but you can do it.
Yep.
It's not bannable. Just you can do it, but you're not supposed to.
Yeah, that's true. I
But
mean even I use event cord, so
yeah,
do you actually
it's
use
just
any client or just normal Discord?
um. Well, I use better Discord, but strictly for the like a theme, because I didn't really like normal Discord's theme, but strictly for a theme. I don't really like any plugins or anything.
All right, because I have like a few
Like
plugins.
it just feels useless to me.
The most important plugins I have on is Message Logger, and I can see whenever someone is invisible. uh, yeah, and also see what platform they're currently on. Like it shows like a PC or a mobile
Oh yeah,
icon next to
like
it.
but like I mean like plugins. I don't really use any. Like strictly use better Discord for the theme.
Yeah,
Like I
that's
just don't
right.
use any plugins or anything. Just have it for theme. That's about it.
All right, well then I guess we went a bit off topic there.
Yes.
Discord. Now, well, yeah, this is the playlist.
Tier
Um,
list.
it was pretty interesting, I would say, and I'm
It
curious
was.
to
Yeah.
see what you guys maybe think, what you would change in the comments below.
It's
Uh, yeah, this is. Make sure to join the Discord, leave a like and subscribe if you like the video. And do you have anything to
yeah.
say, random?
Uh, Well, I'm just surprised people would watch this far, but thank you if you have. And like, just if you want, just come to the Discord server and just say send a bit of messages, say hi to the community. Wouldn't hurt.
Oh yeah, I will also
Yeah,
put this
thanks for
tier
watching and
list
stuff.
in the description and on the Discord, so you can maybe fill it out by yourself and you can post it, guys. So yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
thank you.
That's about it. Yeah, one last thing. I wanted to thank everyone that we reached already 130 subscribers. In the last
Yeah,
live stream, my subscriber goal was still set to 100, and when we were like at 50, so that's insane.
insane, immense growth.
Yep, with just one video, my B-Hop tutorial, and I was really glad to read the comments. So,
Yeah,
I'm honest with the people. Like some people asked, did you practice a lot for these clips? And I of course said yes. Like the video took me like 1-2 days to record. So, yeah. Anyways, before I ramble more, this is the end. Thanks for watching, and see you guys. Probably in the next live stream. I'll post it on Discord. Probably announce
see
it.
you guys, man.
See you all.
Thanks for watching.